John Eats Cheap, getting ready to jump on the bandwagon. Birria, tacos. You know, the ones that are really juicy and really flavorful and use a whole bunch of peppers. Now, we see people do these recipes and they rehydrate like 5 different kinds of peppers for a couple hours, and then you blend them up and then you strain them, and it's really tough to make. We went to La Taptia, our local Mexican grocery store, and they have adobo para birria, or birria. I wish I knew how to say it right. But they have a marinade for birria tacos, so we're going to do that. And this has, the instructions. It says it takes about a quarter of the jar. You're supposed to use the whole jar for 12 pounds. Well, I got about a 3.5, 4 pound chuck roast here, so I'm going to use about a quarter of the jar. And we're just supposed to marinate it in it, and then we're going to put it in the slow cooker until it's all tender. Now this has paprika, spices, sugar, orange drink concentrate. That's interesting. Lime, citric acid, apple, orange, grapefruit. Wow, lots of fruit. And of course the peppers too. So we're just going to coat this up. I got this out of the freezer, thawed it out, dried it off as best I could.
Let's see what the name of that is, in case people want to find it.
Adobo birria. Birria.
Birria sounds right.
So we're just going to get that paste on there. That is a thick paste, and oh boy, that smells good. It sure does. So we use a bit, about that much of it. That's about a quarter of it, I'm thinking. Get that spread all over. That really sticks well with that dry meat. And this isn't a sauce, this is a paste, which is a good thing. So I'm going to get all the sides that are exposed right now, then we'll put it in the crock and finish the top off. I'm just going to cook this. We're doing short time here. I'm sure low and slow all day would be the best way to go, but we're in a hurry. This is for lunch later today, so I think we're going to go high just until it's tender, then we can just turn it on warm until it's ready to go. Okay, let me get some that I can use on the bottom. Trying to get that in there. This is a good, pretty lean chuck roast too. Happy with that. And then finish off the top. That's a good, lots of different chili powder smell. I like that.
I was going to say, don't leave any of it on the pan.
Oh no. Yeah, I ended up doing it with my fingers. That's okay, they're clean. They're just beefy and peppery. Okay. That's going to do it for us. On to high till it's ready to shred. All right, so there we go. It's been about 6 hours on high. The roast is nice and tender. I got it kind of shredded up, chopped up a little. That was all the fat that was left on that chuck roast. And this is our juice. We're going to use that for a couple of ways. First, I want to get a little in here as I just kind of like, I want to get this shredded up a little bit more. You can do it with your hands or just punch it down so it's shredded a little. I need to get my spoon here so I can get some juice in there as well. What did I do with my spoon? Oh, look at that chili, adobo, gravy. It smells so good. Now I did add probably 3/4 of a cup to a cup of water in there on the roast, just so it would make some good gravy. And now we're just going to get this all in that juice, shred it up a little bit. Don't want big chunks. Just kind of shred it up. We'll be ready for some tacos. All right, so there's our meat. I got a skillet just heating up on low. We're going to use flour tortillas. Some use flour, some say corn. Regardless, you dip it in there. Yeah, I tore this tortilla a little bit, but it'll be all right, because now it goes into the pan. Fill it with your meat.
Are you supposed to flip it first?
Well, now you flip it. You can't, you know.
Okay.
Or do you mean flip it before? Okay,
before
yeah,
the meat.
maybe.
I think.
That could be. Hey, Mrs. Cheap, calling the audible. Here we are. So we're gonna let that, I'm gonna turn the heat up just a little, kind of a medium low. Try and get that cooked a little bit on the outside. And this is also a great way if you just heat them up, dip them in enchilada sauce or juice if you're making enchiladas, and they'll be thinner and softer. I do that when I make enchiladas. All right. Now we'll go in with the meat. Which, by the way, the meat smells amazing.
So good.
I think we'll put a little bit of cheese maybe on this. And maybe it'll melt. We'll see. We'll just put a little in there. And this is the crumbly cojita, I think. I love this stuff. So now we'll flip this over and try and let it get crispy on one side. Not quite crispy yet. I want a little crispier than that. All right, let's go back on the original side. Just get it a little bit browner, and we'll be ready to load that baby up. That's a big taco. All right, now we're gonna make that taco. Just like that. I'm gonna go with a little more of the cheese. Of course, you could use a Monterey Jack, a Colby Jack would be good. A little bit of sliced onion. Some diced tomato. And some cilantro. Love that fresh taste cilantro gives it. You can do a squirt of lime juice too, but we're gonna do, I get my towel here, a little bit of this cilantro lime crema. We found this at Costco, and it's really good for stuff like this. Of course, you could put some pico in there, something like that. Now our taco is ready to eat. You're supposed to have a little juice for dipping, so I'm gonna do that. Cinco de Mayo, a little late. It's gonna be a while to chew it. I've never had a birria taco until now, and this is really good. Especially, I didn't really get any toppings with that bite. Really, really good. And the meat is like the inside of a tamale, what you would find in there. But that's a thumbs up. I like it. And boy, it's really easy with the, let me grab it here. You want to make it really easy, get this stuff. And this would do it for 4 to 5 servings. And obviously, we're going to have leftovers. They will freeze great. I already know that ahead of time. So there you go. Birria tacos with Johnny's Cheap. Got a suggestion? Leave it for us in the comments. Give us a share, a thumbs up, a like. Follow us on TikTok too, also Instagram and Facebook. Thanks for watching Johnny's Cheap. We're ready to dig in.